got to talk about Frat Pack because there's going to be like someone called me and said, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Nice.
Yeah.
A place where we chat about life over a cold one or two. It's time to belly up to the pod with Mike Fratelloni and your host, Chris Reavers.
That's right. It's time for the Weekly Scramble podcast. My name is Chris Reavers. With me, as always, his name is Mike Fratelloni. Hello, Michael.
How you doing, Reavers?
I'm doing well. Normally we don't start off with an ad, but I want to give a quick shout out to our buddies at Harmony Spirits down there in Harmony, Minnesota. Because what have I been saying for months? I got to make it down there. I got to stop in. I got to say hi to Larry and Damon and the entire crew. And I finally did so.
The best part about it, you've been saying it for months.
Yes.
All the summer months, all these beautiful fall months where you could have gone and looked at the leaves changing. Instead, you're like, I'm going to wait till the coldest day so far this year and drive down there.
That's exactly what I did. When I stopped in and I chatted with our buddy Larry for a long time, I got a couple bottles of the caramel apple rum.
Super excited.
Forgot those in my garage, so I will bring one for you on Thursday. But it's just Harmony, Minnesota is Americana. Mm-hmm. It's a cool, you can walk to the hardware store, to the grocery store, to Harmony Spirits. And it's such a neat, cool little town nestled right in there in the southern part of the state.
Yeah, it was really adorable. I'm going to say this is adorable when you said to me, like, you know how it sits and like right down there. No, I don't know how it sits. It's Harmony, Minnesota. You don't just bump into Harmony, Minnesota.
But I did. In fact, I will say this, and I'm not wearing the shirt today like I was yesterday. Their apparel is spectacular. Like just spectacular. So
their product is better.
True. But if you're not a drinker, go in there and buy a sweatshirt.
What I'm going to say too is Harmony's a small town, right? They can't make a fortune in Harmony, Minnesota. They can make a fortune if people who are listening to this go into their local liquor store and say, do you have Harmony here?
Yep.
I want to try XYZ, and then actually try it. Because Larry is a good guy, and they deserve to have great success.
So it doesn't matter. Rum, gin, vodka, bourbon, it doesn't matter. They've got the product that you'd want, and especially knowing that you're going to be entertaining family, friends, and everything else, Harmony Spirits is your ticket. So please do us a favor. Stop in at that tasting room and let them know that you heard about them here on the Weekly Scramble podcast. So I did a little driving over the weekend. And, you and I communicated via the phone a couple of times this weekend, but it's one of those times of the year where we're starting to creep into it, right? Where it's like, wait a minute, what day of the week is this? What week of the month is this? It's all of a sudden now like everything goes haywire.
I hate this time. I hate it.
I know you do.
No, I just hate it.
I know you do, but it's also like the kids are excited because all of a sudden school's going to be out, and now you've got to worry about, okay, I got to get this gift, I got to get that gift, I got to make sure this is taken care of and that's taken care of, and it's just such a bass-ackwards time of the year, but I freaking love it.
I love Christmas. I love that. I love that time of year.
Festive.
I hate the fact that it's in the middle of the week because that changes my work week up. Then I don't even know where I'm supposed to be. And then we're closed on Christmas Day.
Sure.
What am I supposed to do then? The toughest one, Christmas Day, I have stuff to do. I can do it. New Year's Day, we happen to be closed, which other things are open. And I'm thinking maybe next year we'll open on New Year's Day. No one on my staff wants to be open New Year's Day. And I don't blame them. I get it. But New Year's Day, you can get back at it. It's the first. The season's over, right? The holiday season's over.
Let's get back to it, right?
And I don't go out New Year's Eve hard anymore, right? I mean, I'm much more likely to wake up at midnight than go to bed after midnight, right? So I like that consistency of knowing I have this show Tuesday, Thursdays. I have work every day. I like consistency.
So entertaining is a big aspect of this time of the year. Gathering with friends and family is a big aspect this time of the year. So you said something happened at the Fratelloni estate.
Okay, we're going to talk about this?
Well, I thought that's where you wanted to go.
I didn't. Sure. I really, really dorked up. And when I say dorked up, I should be using the F word for dorked up because I screwed up. So you've been to my house. I have that big room with the big fireplace.
It's beautiful.
Right?
Absolutely beautiful.
It's just a big open space, right? And a couple of years back, that room started to smell, and I was like, what the hell? It smelled like something dead. And what happened is the fireplace is and give me, good for you. It's a big fireplace.
Sure.
And at one point in time, since the fireplace was so large, they built like a half wall in the fireplace to make it a little smaller on the inside of it so you could have a more controlled fire.
Okay.
But what happened is now animals, if they fell down the flue, could get stuck behind this little half wall and not get out.
Oh, no.
And sure enough, 2 squirrels did that, right? So
Were they 2 squirrels?
yeah, I think so.
Was
the problem
one
is,
was one chasing the others?
you couldn't get anything back there to grab them, so they had to knock out a couple of bricks
Oh, no.
in the wall to grab them, throw them away, get rid of them, clean it up, and they put a couple new bricks in. So
Okay.
the whole thing is black because it's sooty black,
Sure.
except for about 4 or 5 new-looking bricks.
Okay.
We're having a Christmas party this Friday, my wife's Christmas party, right? She likes to entertain, whatever, right? We're going to have it.
She's
right?
a wonderful cook. Yeah.
She's not cooking anything. She's not cooking Reavers. Thank you. That was adorable to mention. She is a great cook. Whatever. Right?
Sure.
We don't do a lot of cooking at the Friday Alone. When she does cook, fantastic. Okay. She won't be
In fact,
cooking for this.
I made one of her appetizers at my holiday gathering.
Exactly. She's a
That-
great
yes.
appetizer maker and a charcuterie board. She makes a beautiful charcuterie board. She's a fine cook. I'm not saying that. Don't get me in trouble.
I'm not.
Don't get me in
I'm
more
sorry.
trouble.
Sorry.
So anyways, I have these couple of bricks on the back of the fireplace that when you look into that room, you just can see those bricks. Like, it's like, what
It's
the hell?
noticeable.
It's no, in my eyes, it's very noticeable. So I said, hey, we're having this party Friday. So this was on Sunday night. So we're having this party next Friday. I'm going to paint these bricks black. And so I got a can of super high heat spray paint. And I said, I can probably use spray paint here because the flue from the chimney, if I open that up, hot air is just going to go right up, take
Sure.
the spray paint smell and go right up the chimney and be out of here. So I spray it a little bit and I spray over those 4 or 5 bricks and it looks a million times better, right? But it looks so good, it made the rest of the background not look symmetric black. So I said, okay, I'm just going to spray paint this whole thing. By the way, we don't have fires in there ever, right? If we
Sure.
had fires, there'd be soot
It's
on there.
more of a decorative.
It's decorative. Yeah, it's decorative. It can be used. It's just decorative. So I go ahead and spray paint 2 cans worth of spray paint, and I'm just zesting it in there, just plowing it in there. And I can feel this draft going up the flue.
Sure.
So I'm feeling pretty safe. So my wife calls me today and she goes, hey, have you walked into the lodge room? We call it the lodge room, right? And I said, why? What's up? And she goes, well, my socks, I walked in there and my socks are pitch black. And I said, so what do you mean? She goes, did you spray paint that or paint that? And I was like, why do you ask? Well, some magical way, Reavers, I lost my mind and forgot that you can't really spray paint inside without getting it all over. Mm-hmm. Spray paint is everywhere on that level of the house.
Oh, no.
She is 100 feet away on a different part. Like we have kind of a big rambler, 100 feet away on a different part, taking these hardwood floor mops, where you get a new white piece of like a Swiffer, black solid. Our carpets. Oh, you can see it sitting on the carpets. I'm like, oh my God. Luckily it's coming out. I could have done $100,000 worth of damage with furniture and carpets and all, if that would have not come out. But she is, needless to say, not mad at me at all because we have 100 people coming to our party on Friday.
Yeah.
So she really doesn't have much to do, right? So she's like spending all day today cleaning that. I feel horrible.
Let me ask you a couple of things.
Yeah.
So you are, and not just on the Weekly Scramble podcast, but here in the umbrella of Garage Logic, you are the hardware store guy.
Hypothetically.
You are.
Hypothetically, I should know.
You are, and come from a family of which you've grown up around blue collar, nuts and bolts
Been helping
of
people
life
all day long. In the
ever
world
since
of hardware.
you can remember.
4 years
right?
old. Yep.
And I'm going to say you are now on par with a gentleman who would normally sit in that chair who tried to light the hump on fire at the end of his driveway. The guy that took a warm bucket of water to try to defrost his windshield in a timely manner, and it cracked.
Yeah.
You are the same guy that tried to take a little bit of sawdust and thought, I'll get rid of this and I will throw it into the fireplace.
Oh, good.
You are now on par with that guy.
Honest to God, I don't know what I was thinking. I use spray paint on a fairly consistent basis.
Sure.
I actually spray paint things at my house. Like I'll be outside and I'll say, hey, this thing needs to be spray painted. And I go out into the grass and I do it. I'm outside. It was like I had an out-of-body experience with my stupidity.
Sure.
Like, why wouldn't I think? And I did have the equivalent of this big flue, where some of this scent went up the flue, I'm sure. And I even remember midway, about 7 or 8 feet away from the fireplace, we have this big U-shaped couch with this white rug underneath it. Mm-hmm. And I looked at that rug and I thought, God, that rug looks kind of dingy. And then I thought to myself, no one walks into this room. No one uses this room ever in our house. Occasionally I'll sit on that couch. I'm the only one. I thought, how could this rug be dingy? And it was the remnants of my spray paint.
Because it's covered in black spray.
Because it's covered in spray paint.
Wow.
And I didn't put 2 and 2 together thinking, the mantle, not the mantle, but the front of the fireplace, it's lifted up a few feet off the ground, right? And there's like this 3-foot wide shelf you could sit on, right? And I thought, why does this look so black? We haven't had a fire in here. And I'm not thinking about all the paint that is just dripping down onto it. Honest to God, I don't know if the scent made me nuts, like I just huffed a little too much, but I was like so proud too. When I got done, I turned to Nicole. I'm like, okay, look at this. You will want to make love to me because I just improved our house a dramatic amount.
I think what you told her is, you said, do you see that fireplace, dear? Once you go no, I'm not. I'm not.
It was the dumbest thing I've done inside in a long time, and I've done some dumb stuff inside. Reavers.
You know what? Here on the Weekly Scramble podcast, we are not here to look down upon those who have made a mistake or two. We've all been there.
This kind of dumb one though. This is an exceptionally dumb mistake, and she looked frazzled today. Frazzled when she was cleaning.
Yeah,
right.
Because she's been scrubbing the damn house.
God, she had been doing the floors for days.
Oh no!
And then I said it would be like basically having a perfectly clean house, and then spray painting all the surfaces because we have to wipe them all down.
And here comes my grown man toddler.
Yeah, I felt so bad. But the fireplace turns out beautiful. So I'm doing some unique thing in there because she's like, do something unique. You know what? I forgot about this part of this, Reavers.
What's that?
So I had a shelf. So my batch 3. So every year I make a batch of a special drink.
Oh, yeah.
A bottle, right?
Yep.
You have batch 1, batch 2 is cigars. Batch 3 is a 10-year reserve in oak barrel gin.
Oh, man.
Have 50 bottles of it, right? And
nice.
I had this little shelf. I said, hey, everybody who's coming, like Reavers is coming, he's going to get a bottle of this, and we'll get one of 50. You get these bottles. It's a big deal. And Nicole said to me, why don't you set them into the fireplace, get some lights, and make it look like something cool in the fireplace?
Very festive for sure.
Then the fireplace had that brick that was bad. So technically, it's her fault for making me have to use the fireplace that I didn't think looked good enough. So I spray painted it.
Oh boy.
Good. Thank you, Reavers.
I don't think I'd go with that.
I think she deserves to clean up a little bit more. It was technically her fault.
You know what? That's a good point.
Yeah.
It's technically her fault.
You know how when Joe's wife was super sick and he said, "What's for dinner?" and you can just stand there.
Just sit next to the stove. I'll make it, but you got to walk me through the process.
This was roughly the same thing where I said, I know you're cleaning up the house. Why don't I just spray paint every last surface of these 2 rooms?
And I'm not a big forecaster, but I do think that it'll probably work out the same for you as it did for Joe on that particular day.
Yeah, years of happiness. Is that what you get out of it?
Oh, my goodness.
Reavers, it was sad.
That's Mike Fredaloni. My name is Chris Reavers. This is the Weekly Scramble podcast, and we will be right back. You brought something to the table earlier today that I was not aware of.
I can't believe you haven't seen this.
Well, and I'm a big social media guy, although I will be honest, I have really tried to dial back social media because unless it's for purposes of this job, that's one thing. But just to take a break from it really just does give you good clarity at times because I need a break from the cesspool that can be social media at
Too
times.
much news is coming at us.
But I was not aware of Smokey Robinson and his big foray into social media. And you said that this is recent or is not?
It was
recent?
a couple years back.
Okay,
but it's golden.
Oh my goodness gracious! All right, so Smokey Robinson was doing this thing called, I think people are aware of. It's Cameo, right? Isn't that okay?
Yeah.
So it's somebody must have paid him a little bit of money to do a cameo, and he was trying to wish his father,
the person who paid them, his 2 kids and his father, a happy event, and this is what he came up with.
Chinooka. I have no idea what Chinooka is, but happy Chinooka because they said so. Anyway, God bless you, babe, and enjoy Chinooka. Have a wonderful time.
Happy Chinooka, Reavers.
that is akin to Rookie mispronouncing something very basic.
So, just in case you can't figure out what Chinooka is, he was attempting to say Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah. Hanukkah just started. Festival of Lights. It's all just started.
Yes.
I think it's 3rd day in, and Smokey sent this cameo saying to these great kids, Happy Chinooka. I have no idea what Chinooka is, but Happy Chinooka. I am not one to make fun of people mispronouncing words. I'll do that for the rest of my life. I'll make that mistake. I think I know what Chinooka is.
And
Happy Chinooka.
It's not as though he's a 19-year-old social media influencer. He's Smokey Robinson.
He's in the music industry. Is this the first Chinooka he's ever celebrated?
That's what I'm wondering. Or here's the only other outlet or out I will give him or excuse I'll make for him. Was it mistyped in the greeting? So in other words, do you remember J.L. Colvin does the wonderful Donald Trump impersonation? Yep. So Andy, Joe's son, paid him to do a greeting for the CP years ago. So these things are very common where someone writes a check, makes a transaction, and then you just type out whatever you would like said personality to give to your beloved family member. And I'm wondering if that's maybe what happened here. Happy Chinooka.
To be fair, Hanukkah is a weird spelling word.
Right.
So, you can spell it. It seems like there's a lot of spellings of it. But Chinooka is not normally what I'd get out of the word Hanukkah.
Right.
I do have a little bit of a story. So one time I had a friend who went to meet Mike Tyson.
Oh.
And I said, hey, will you do me a favor? And this is when we had our beer show. And I said, would you please just record him saying...
I vaguely remember this story.
And I thought I brought this back to you because Mike Tyson said, hey, this is Mike Tyson. You're listening to the beer show on AM 1500, right? And I thought it was super, super, super cool. And I brought it to you, Reavers. And you're like, hey, yeah, great, thanks. I thought, it's Mike Tyson saying, hey, this is Mike Tyson. You're listening to the beer show on AM 1500.
I think I still have it somewhere.
Really? Are you honest to God?
I'm
you
Mike
still have
Tyson,
that?
and you're listening to the Man Hour here on 1500 ESPN.
Was that it? Okay, hold on. I got to.
I'm Mike Tyson.
Because we were doing the beer show, but in addition, we were doing the Man Hour.
Oh, that's right. We added.
I'm Mike Tyson, and you're listening to the Man Hour here on 1500 ESPN.
That is my favorite clip. So yeah, we had started. I forgot all about the Man Hour because we did the beer show for 1 hour.
And then we were going to do more of a non-beer related hour of
it's
programming.
What this show is.
Yes.
It's the genesis between the beer show and the weekly scramble was the Man Hour.
That's right.
And that's where we got that. We got to keep that. I love that.
I completely forgot about this.
that was the Mike Tyson.
So where was this encounter? Where did that take place?
They were in bed together. I don't know. I was just kidding.
Whoa.
They were not in bed together. He was here for some promotion.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember the details. I just remember I was not there.
Super Bowl related?
I doubt it. Maybe.
No, maybe. I think that preceded when the Super Bowl was here because that was 2018.
Yeah, he did a pretty good job though with that read.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's Mike Tyson. That's not that easy to say, hey.
I'm trying to rack my brain now when that was.
Yeah.
Well, it's just
I can't believe you found that.
Well, that's how good I am.
So now we have a couple of things.
All right.
We have Mike Tyson's.
Yep.
We have every time Hanukkah happens, we can have Smokey Robinson saying, Happy Chinooka. I don't know what Chinooka is, but Happy Chinooka. And that's pretty basic for most Minnesotans. We're like, don't really know what Hanukkah is, But happy Hanukkah.
It's the festival of lights.
Seems like a lot of days.
Let's talk about We Are Nuts and We Are Nuts, MN.com. You know what? When you're on a road trip, We Are Nuts is your friend, ladies and gentlemen.
God.
Let me tell you right
Cup
now.
holder. Perfect cup holder
Perfect
size.
cup holder, cinnamon toffee peanuts, which is what I had along with me on my road trip. The maple bourbon toffee almonds, the cashews. It's such great stuff. And I got to tell you, I'm going to give another quick shout out to my brethren over at Coburn's Market, because you can now see them at Fratelloni's Hardware and Garden Stores, Max Hardware, Kowalski's, Lunds and Barley's, Quick Trip, Cub Foods. But I grabbed a bag of the Hokey Pokey popcorn at Coburn's the other day, and someone said, "Oh, I heard about that."
Did you say where?
No, they said I heard about it on GL.
Oh, okay.
And
well,
I didn't want to do but I didn't want to do that was me.
Are you kidding me?
I didn't want to do that.
You could have signed a chest or something. Was it a
No,
dude?
had it been a beloved female,
Whoa,
I
you
100%
would have said, hey,
would have done
because
that.
you're like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna not mention that I'm one of the stars of Garage Logic.
But it was pretty cool, and I love the partnership too, because like Coburn's that's my spot, right? That's where I basically do 90%. It's Coburn's and Goodwill. It's like 75-25.
Are our ad guys selling Coburn's?
We're getting very close to that.
Oh, we're
happening.
actually doing a
Yes.
deal with Coburn, because
Yeah.
I'm wondering why we're talking so nicely about them. I genuinely believe you like them.
But it's kind of cool too, where you see the end caps, because I'm there a couple times a week,
Sure.
and you see the supply kind of dwindle.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's working. That's
Yeah.
very cool. But anyway, it's a wonderful family-owned operation that makes great small batch snacks right here in Northeast Minneapolis. But you can also get all of those supplies online at wearenutsmn.com, and they've been a wonderful addition to our show. And please let them know you heard about it on the Weekly Scramble podcast.
Absolutely. Before you stop this ad,
No, go ahead.
Tomorrow at our frat pack, I know we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring a bunch of We Are Nuts
Nice.
so we can all sample them at the frat pack event on Wednesday.
Okay, so let's talk about that very
Okay,
briefly
should
before
we
we
go?
pause.
Do we have to pause?
No, we're good. We're
Okay.
good. So we're going to be at Summit Brewery tomorrow, the Ratskeller, and it's going to be fun. It's not really like an official sanctioned event through the rate. It's just we're going to hang out
Just hang out.
with people.
We just hang out. I think about 30 people said they're coming for sure. Reavers, to be perfectly honest, I thought, it would be cool if a couple guys came.
Yeah.
Right? I thought you and I would be there, and maybe a couple guys would come, and we'd say, oh, cool. So us four would sit there and have a beer.
Yeah.
And then I sent out the invite to as 500 people, but technically I sent it to everybody in the frat pack, right?
Sure.
And 30 people said, hey, I'm going to be there. And like 50 people said, I think I'm coming, right? And maybes. So we could have 50, maybe 30, 40, 50 people, right? I don't know how many people.
Yeah.
It's going to be beautiful. We're getting pizzas. We're going to have a bunch of We Are Nuts. I'm going to buy some beers for everybody. I really think it's going to be a good time. And so the word got out, and Summit called me, because I didn't call Summit to tell them. I just know Wednesdays are kind of slow. And the woman's like, you can't just invite 50 people in. What if we didn't have enough staff? And I thought, oh, you're pouring beer. How fast? How hard could it be?
No one's going to complain.
Yeah, like you can pour a beer in like a minute, right? And she said, no, we'll have extra people there. And I thought, well, now that's a lot of pressure on us, right?
Right.
Like we're going to have 30 people, but maybe not 100 people, but maybe it will be 4 people. We're unsure. But if you're free tomorrow, it's going to be beautiful. Reavers and I are going to be there a little bit before 5.
Yep.
We'll sit down. It's a huge parking lot. It's in a safe area. This Ratskeller is beautiful. They're going to try to get Mark, if Mark Stutter, the founder of Summit,
Yep.
if he's available, he's going to stop and have a drink with us. They don't know if he's going to be in town or not. If he is, by the way, he is super cool to meet. He is really...
He's a dude.
He's a beer legend
Yeah,
dude,
he's
right?
just a dude.
Yeah, we all would want him as our buddies, right? And I consider him a buddy. He's just a really, really classy, cool guy. And a fun, like, down-to-earth guy. And he might have a beer with us, which would be just cool. So we'd be able to talk to him as our friend, all the other frat packers as our friend, me and you. I think some of my brother-in-law's coming. And, it's going to be really, really cool. So I'm
cool.
very excited for this.
No reservation necessary. Just
No.
stop by and say hi to everybody.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
And if you can't get there at 5, don't worry about it. Get there at 6 or 6:30 or whatever. I don't know how long we're going to be there.
That's Mike Fratelloni. I am Chris Reavers. This is the Weekly Scramble podcast, and we will be right back. So I mentioned that I was on the road a little bit over the weekend, and I don't know how to phrase this by not sounding like I'm bragging, which I'm not trying to do in any way, shape, or form. But I had the opportunity to do something kind of cool with I was in the Kansas City area, and I have a buddy that I've worked as a spotter for certain games and things like that. And I had texted a buddy of mine and said, the main reason, I just didn't want to be here when it was going to be like 25 below zero.
Anything you
right?
could do to run out of town. Yeah.
Right, exactly. And I didn't want to get on a plane. I didn't want to do any of that. And so he said, well, I could use some help if you're around.
Use some help shoveling.
Yeah.
What does he want to do?
So just like
use some help with what?
engineering type
what?
of work for a broadcast.
A broadcast.
Yeah, and I said, oh, that'd be great.
Volleyball.
No,
Soccer.
It was NFL related.
NFL broadcast.
And so I went down and I thought, you know what, this would be cool. Get them helped out, set up, and whatever, and I'll start heading back before the game even kicks off, right? And I thought, oh, this will be perfect. So I went down, because here's the thing. You basically just get to hang out, and then, hey, we'll pay for your hotel room.
Okay, let
right?
me understand this. Because I bet you anything, even though your work might have been done, you could have stayed to watch the game.
Yes, but see, I'm such a spoiled brat that I don't want to stay for the game.
What?
Yeah, I'm good.
This is reminiscent of you leaving the Super Bowl.
100%.
100%. Because this was an iconic game, too, because something big happened in this game.
Mahomes got hurt, and he's out for the year.
He's
and
done.
He might even be, like, done.
Yeah.
Like, there's rumors that this is really bad. Anyway.
Like, done, his career done.
Well, I don't think it'll be career, but there's a chance he might not play next year. That's how bad it was.
Are you kidding me?
No. And so, but here's what I love about just going to different markets and assessing how, because everyone is so hyper-focused on their given lot in life, right? Where they don't think anything else exists outside of it. And I remember listening to a fan-related, it must have been like a post-game or whatever, thinking the sky is falling. And I wanted to say, you've won 3 Super Bowls in 7 years. You were just in the Super Bowl last year. Everyone in this market in the Twin Cities would
kill
to have a slice of what you people have had the past couple of years. But anyway, and so I remember, though, it's always funny when you go to a different market, and I'm thinking, okay, I just wanted to get out of here because it was, what was the daytime high on Saturday? Like -5 or whatever it was.
It was plenty cold, yeah.
And I remember being down there, and the daytime high was 18 for Sunday. It was 25 on Saturday and 18 on Sunday, which, again, is that warm? No. But it's all relative, right?
Sure.
And it was, you bring your pets in, don't let...
Really?
And I remember being in San Diego over, Super Bowl week a number of years ago, thinking, well, you just got to really be careful because it might get down to freezing overnight. Well, the overnight low was 40.
Yeah, and they're like, watch out for black ice.
Make sure you bundle up if you go outside. And it's just all, I guess, I don't even really know where I'm going with that.
It just shows that weathermen have too much time.
But
they're getting too much of the broadcast.
It was kind of neat just when you see the inner workings of something like that, where you're going, oh yeah, this is kind of cool to be able to, but just, I guess the point I'm trying to make is how much freaking production goes into all of this stuff. Yep. And this was not even a big time event.
Sure.
You mentioned the Super Bowl, how many different semi-trailers and everything goes into one bleeping football game, right? It's just, it's
the biggest game of the year almost the biggest game around the world for American style football, right? True. 1 billion people watch it or whatever.
Yeah. And I guess, so when you're seeing this, and the other thing you asked me, why don't I like to stay? I can tolerate that crowd for only so long. And here's what I mean by that. It's I've got press pass number A1-16, and I'm sitting in this chair, and I got to write my column, or I got to do my video short, or I got to post my TikTok. And I'm thinking, I don't give an S. I'm here in my Mankato State hooded hockey sweatshirt that I bought at Goodwill. I don't give a damn what you're trying. And again, because I think that's why I've gotten along with so many of those because I don't care.
Sure.
I don't care what
You're not pretentious.
what sporting news outlet you're working for. I don't give a damn. I don't care that you have 10 million followers on Instagram. I don't care. I literally don't care.
I'd take 10 million followers on Instagram. I think that would be kind of cool. I'm not going to lie. That would be kind of cool.
But you would be amazed at the kind of. I'll mention. I had the opportunity to go to the St. Thomas game. It was last Thursday. Was it Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever it was? And just those are kind of cool things that you get to do, like being. But it's like I don't brag about it. I don't post all these I don't care.
Sure.
I've never been. Is it vain? Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, I think so.
But that type.
Braggadocious.
But that type of. I've never cared about.
Reavers, though, stop.
What?
You're in the media.
I get it.
They want to see what you're doing. Oh, by the way, the more you post, the more people find our podcast in GL.
All right.
It's part of you actually can do it because you're part of the media.
That's true.
Right? It's different for you.
But I've never had that look at me kind of mentality ever. I really haven't. And maybe that's to my detriment. I don't know. But I've never once thought, well, this is a good opportunity for me to just say, look at how awesome I am.
You know, it's super funny. So the other day, KS95 did their raise money for kids.
Oh,
thing,
yeah. Last Friday.
So I got to go to the Mall of America, and I got to be on the stage in the rotunda with Dez and the crew from the morning show, right?
Yeah, it's Crisco, Dez, and Ryan.
And Ryan.
Yep.
Super nice people.
Not Ryan. Jesus, Wes. Ryan's
Wes.
not with the
Okay,
show anymore.
I'm so sorry. Wes.
Well, I got a story about Wes, but go ahead.
Okay, so my company is doing Roundup for Gillette Children's, which is part of the charity that they give to, right? So we're going to collect like $20,000. None of it's coming from Mike Fratelloni. It's coming from our customers. We just happen to have the most generous customers in all of retail.
Very
right?
cool.
Normally, I'll give you a little backstory. Roundup campaigns, like if a grocery store turns on a Roundup campaign or a Walgreens does it, they get about 10% of the people rounding up. Fratelloni's is about 50% of the people.
Wow.
So half of our customers say, sure, right? They just do it, which is a really amazing thing. So we're able to collect all of this money collectively from our customers, and Fratelloni's does put in money, and Mike Fratelloni wrote a little check too. I did a little bit too. But I'm up on the stage and they're taking videos and I'm feeling kind of cool. And Des is talking to me. I can't hear a thing because the speakers are shooting out to the crowd, but I don't have headphones on, so I can't hear what she's saying, but I know I'm live on the radio. It's really cool. Someone took a video of it. Get the video. They send me the video. They say, there you go. It was great. All I can see, Reavers, all I can see is my bald spot. That's all I can see in the whole video. I thought, and I felt super. I'm up on the stage, Reavers. Man. I'm holding a check for $20,000, right? This big, huge check, and Des is giving me hugs, and Des is pretty, and I'm like, oh my God, Des is touching me. Like, that's cool, right? The other guys are shaking my hand, high-fiving me, people clapping. I can't hear any of this, so they might have been making fun of me. I don't know. But I get the video, and all I can see is, oh my God. That's what I look like? Stand up. Why are you standing like you're staring at the bottom
of your
knees? I'm like, I swear to God, the way I'm standing, it's like I'm trying to look at the bottom of my testicles. I'm like, what are you doing? Stand up straight. Stand up straight. You don't have to stand like you're hunched over. It really made me, right from the top, I felt like I was on the top too. Yup. I'm that old douche. I'm just that. I'm that old fart that's bent over in a hunch, and I feel like a young kid, but I don't look like one.
So, and again, I've known Des for 100 years, and Crisco and I used to work together at the other place when he was with Dave Ryan's show. In fact, Crisco was one of my interns way back in the day.
Help me, because I barely recognize Crisco.
Yeah,
because he looks half Crisco.
Yeah, he's lost a lot of weight.
He looks great.
He looks amazing. And so Wes also worked at that same station way back in the day. And when they hired Wes to come here, I thought, oh my God, this is great. He's just a great dude. And so we kind of ran into each other a couple of weeks ago, and we were talking about the days where we're in our 20s and we're single, and it was the nightclub experience, because all those guys would do these gigs, right? They would do, hey, come to such and such nightclub.
And 18 plus.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so then when it was funny because, then, okay, you got to grow up, you got to get married, you got to have the kids, got to buy a house, got to be an adult, right? And it's like nothing changed because I'm walking from my vehicle, and because morning show, they're done.
Yep.
So he was sitting in his truck, it was running, and I was walking by the front of his truck, not knowing it was him, and he blasts the horn
and you jumped.
to the point where I almost evacuated my bowels. And I looked, I'm like, you son of a... but it's like, yeah, we're adults, but doesn't mean we have to be adults anymore.
He looks like he could be a Army Ranger.
Yeah, he's a man's man.
Yeah, he looked like, I was like, you're on the radio? Like,
He's a great dude.
Like,
Yeah.
he didn't seem like he'd be a radio guy to me.
No,
he seemed like he'd be a black ops dude.
He's just a dude's dude.
If you don't know Crisco was a bigger guy, right? Lost a bunch of weight.
Yep.
Looks great.
Yep.
He posted something where he went to the barber to get a shave and a haircut, and the barber cut his cheek in like a 2-inch,
Oh, no.
like a big cut, not stitches wise, but he has a big scab there, and it was bleeding. I said, I saw that on, when I saw him at the thing, I said, the hell, like, is that true that you were at the barber? And he's like, the guy didn't say one word about it, but just dabbing cloths on my cheek from the bleeding cheek. Didn't say one word, didn't give him a deal on the haircut, didn't do anything. And I was like, are you kidding me? I'd say, is that sterile? Was your clipper sterile? Like, did you just give me hepatitis B from this cut that's almost 2 inches, whatever the width of a clippers is, 1.5 inches or whatever.
Sure.
And it was like, holy crap. And he's like, yeah. I was shocked. I'm like, thank God you're a radio guy, not a TV guy. Because if he was a TV guy, they'd say, you're off till no one wants to see a big scar on your face for another week.
Yeah, you don't want to be head wound Harry.
Yeah, it was really kind of crazy. And he's like, he could not believe it. And I thought, what place? And he was nice enough to not say it.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Wow.
I didn't want to say it.
I mentioned St. Thomas in the basketball game the other night, and I want to thank once again Mr. Bilski and all of the fine folks at North American Banking Company for having us. It was such a great time. And you know what? That's how they do business at North American Banking Company. It's banking done differently. And you get that feeling anytime that you walk into any one of their 6 Twin Cities locations, whether it's Roseville, 50th in France, Woodbury, Hastings, Shoreview, and also Maple Grove. And they get it. They know that online and mobile banking are big, big things this day and age. And you might think that a community bank last updated that technology back in 2010, but no. North American Banking Company has the same updated online and mobile banking tools as those other big national banks. And it doesn't matter whether you're looking to find a home, maybe finance a new home renovation project, or get that new car that you've been dreaming about. They will be able to make that happen with all of their experts. But you got to see it for yourself. Check them out online today. It's nabankco.com to learn more. It's banking done differently. North American Banking Company, member FDIC, is an equal housing lender. Michael, you got something for me?
I do have some thoughts, and I just wanted to ask you a quick question.
Sure.
Readers. Why was the letter E the only letter in the alphabet to get a Christmas present?
Why? Mike, I don't know why the letter E.
Because all of the other letters were not E. Not E. You get it? Christmas present. They were all on the bad list, except for the letter E. Reverse.
I do love the fact that you now format these jokes to cater to my 11-year-old son.
I wanted to come up with a good joke about Chinooka, but I was like, I can't think of a good Chinooka joke.
Not D.
But not
it's
D.
Not D.
Yeah, it's not D. Reavers, you are the best, and I'm very excited to see you tomorrow at 5-ish at Summit Brewing.
Well, I'll be there before 5.
Yeah, we'll be
sure.
there before 5.
Yeah.
Come whenever you want. We're taking care of a bunch of stuff. Get some food. I'll get some drinks for everybody. Some We Are Nuts. Oh, I'm going to bring some Master's Maple.
Oh,
I'm going to bring some Master's Maple.
Fantastic.
Like, let me ask you this real quick.
Sure.
I don't know if we can bring in some Harmony, but we might be able to sneak in a couple of samplers of Harmony and give people a little try a little bit.
Sure.
Right? Because we'd love to have Harmony. Don't know if we can do that. Right? Probably we can't. Let's pretend I didn't mention that. But maybe we're going to do it.
All right.
And then we'll
Fair
see
enough.
you and a bunch of frat packers. If you haven't already RSVP, do RSVP. I need to know how many pizzas to order. Reavers, you are the best. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, Michael. Please do us a favor, rate and review the show wherever you happen to be listening to the Weekly Scramble podcast. It helps others find the show, and it helps us out as well. And we appreciate each and every single one of you. And as Mike mentioned, we'll see you tomorrow at Summit Brewery at the Rathskeller. His name is Mike Fratelloni. My name is Chris Reavers. Thank you so much for listening to the Weekly Scramble podcast. We'll talk to you again next time. And until then, cheers.